Suns owner here, man. Matt Ishbia. What we saw the year before, this playoff last year when he got into this scuffle with Denver's center Nikola Jokic. They kept showing him and Isaiah on the sideline, and right then I knew something was up, man. Something was gonna be wrong because you got Isaiah Thomas calling shots, and you got a point guard on the team as in Chris Paul, and I'm like, okay, Isaiah is very petty, man. Maybe it's just me, but in my opinion, Isaiah is very petty, and he's seeing Chris Paul creeping up them ranks and becoming, he's in that conversation. He was gaining a lot of traction as being one of them top five point guards. So, petty Isaiah, and I'm like, man, I feel like that's a conflict of interest, but you taking advice from this guy, Isaiah Thomas, who's been compared to Chris Paul, and showing up. I mean, time tells, man, for sure. Time tells, and before you know it, the Phoenix Suns out of nowhere for no reason to trade Chris Paul, trade him. You know what I'm saying? You trade Chris Paul, man, and then in Dev, you bring in Bradley Beal from Washington, which was a good trade value. But they tried to bring Bradley Beal in to make him point guard. So who did this go on, man? Did this go on the coach or did this go on the GM? Or, in this case, do it like I said, or do it go to the owners? Because the owner is the ultimate guy who has to approve of these things. So then that's why I say, man, you got this guy doesn't really, not just Matt Ishbia. I'm saying NBA owners, period. And the only exception to that, pretty much, I would say, is Mark Cuban. You know, Mark Cuban knows basketball. So, like I said, I just don't. And the Suns, they said they want to build around Kevin Durant, an old guy like that. That's a joke, man. He said, making Kevin Durant the priority. Kevin Durant is 34, 35 years old, man, and you got a young Devin Booker on your squad. And and don't get me wrong, I like the addition of Kevin Durant, of course, man. I'm a KD fan behind him. Kawhi Leonard, who's never. That's a whole nother topic. But Devin Booker should be your priority, man. Last year, playoff, Devin Booker was getting 22 shots a game, averaging 34 points a game. I mean, he shot damn near 60% in the playoffs, and then this year, man, we only got these guys. We only got Devin Booker 16 shots a game. So I don't know if it was a shutdown. There, players really not getting enough time to gel together or play in the position together, play the position off of each other. Bradley Beal, he was out for it seemed like damn near most of the season. This shit was a mess, man. I mean, Isaiah, what the fuck are you telling Matt Ishbia? Come on, man. You should have told him he should have got a point guard, bro. Like that's what the Suns need, a point guard. If you're gonna you're gonna try out something with Bradley Beal. I mean, at least have a backup point guard or something, man. Like Monte Morris, I would have liked to seen him in there because he's kind of similar to Chris Paul, in my opinion. He does the pick and roll, comes, shoot the midi, knows how to run a team. And Isaiah, man, if you're gonna have the owner go after Bradley Beal, because we know that's what you're the puppet string, you're the puppet master behind these moves. At least get out there on the court yourself and show the man the position. So I ain't like that move by the Suns, man, to bring in Bradley Beal. I felt like they should have added more balance to their roster. So, and yeah, Frank Vogel, I mean, hey, you knew it. He wasn't that great of a coach, and we knew he wasn't that great, all that great, anyways, because hey, this guy's a defensive coach, right? And he was with the Pacers. He won, yeah, and obviously, Larry Bird didn't think much of him. He fired him and brought McMillan, his assistant coach, because they say that he was really the one behind everything. And then somehow he ended up with a job with the Lakers, and it seems like, I don't know why these guys keep getting passed around, keep getting jobs and stuff, man. It ain't just Doc Rivers, man. This guy, Frank Vogel, is a defensive coach, and in his strength and what he's good at defense, he didn't even do that well. And when he came with the Phoenix Suns, and so I don't understand the purpose of this shit. But the NBA, man, I think this shit is on the NBA because the talent is the talent, and it's up to the organizations to develop talent. The organization win championships, just as much as players do. NBA, the front offices have to perform. So I found that to be crazy, man. So I don't know, man. Y'all leave y'all comments, man. Let me know what y'all think about this. With the Suns trying to get rid of Frank Vogel, and who would be the replacement? I thought we were gonna be able to get Nick Nurse last year, but they ended up letting them get to the Sixers. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But like I said, as you see on the screen right here, man, Matt Ishmael intends to bring Isaiah Thomason in for the front office. So we'll see what happens when will the Suns get rid of James Jones? Who knows? We bring in Isaiah Thomas for that position, GM. We'll see, man, in the off season. But all I know is that it always has to be a fall guy, man. No accountability. And I think this is just a whole culture, man, with the analytics and all of this stuff, man. But we need to rethink the way we're looking at basketball because this ain't it, man. The fans ain't getting the product that they're supposed to be getting on that floor. So let's do something about this NBA.